When you hate a narcissist, do this quick way to suffer him to death. Understandably, you'd want to get even with the narcissist who's been responsible for so much of your pain. Keeping silent in the midst of all the commotion is a simple remedy that can have surprisingly powerful results. Ignore the anger and hostility of the narcissist. Cutting off all communication is your best defense. The phrase "no contact" may seem familiar. What follows is an explanation of its fearsome nature. Narcissists, you see, are always looking for approval from others. They require a boost to their fragile self-esteem. Cutting off their supply of ego sustenance, that is, themselves, causes excruciating anguish. Just imagine how desperate they are for something to satisfy their emotional need, and how suddenly that something is gone. It hurts like hell. If that supply is cut off, the narcissist is left reeling and struggling to find their identity. And what is the charm of isolation? The ease with which it can be implemented is shocking. To get back at the narcissist, then, everyone should learn to use the art of silence as a weapon. Get above the fray, guard your sanctuary, and get well. You can and will rediscover happiness. You deserve better. In addition, I have developed a detailed yet user-friendly resource for you as a personal token of my sincerity and dedication to your healing process. Narcissism 101, Early Warning Signs, Escaping the Trap, and Rebuilding Your Life is a helpful resource that can help you in your healing process. Check out the description for the relevant link. Imagine the plight of the narcissist whose supply of positive reinforcement suddenly runs out. They have lost all ability to read your mind, anticipate your moves, or otherwise control you in the future. And by not letting things get to you, you reclaim your life. You get back your energy, mental clarity, and independence without spending a dime. The narcissist suddenly realizes they can't drain you. They've felt entitled to it for a while, but the tide has shifted against them. Their delusion of mastery is shattered, and they must face the harsh reality. They are once again in charge of their own life. You're giving them the knockout punch in the most subtle way possible. You know how it is. When someone stops lavishing you with attention, it triggers an even more fundamental desire for them. It's all in the mind, the simple allure of wanting what you know you can't have. Narcissists, too, use this strategy while interacting with others. You aren't the most alluring person in their minds until you take away their emotional supply, which is you. They'll try calling you, texting you, and even sending people your way to get in touch with you. The problem is that the narcissist does not respect your space or your desire for quiet time to think. They worry just about getting what they want. Because their minds have convinced them that they can only find happiness in achieving the impossible, they instinctively step up their efforts. This is hell for someone who needs constant praise, encouragement, and focus. For their own good, of course. They can't do without it. To a narcissist, communicating feelings is crucial because it satisfies their wants and provides them with an opportunity to study you psychologically. Even if they are unaware of the intrusiveness of their actions, they are constantly gauging your level of affection for them. They might bring in more people, try to create a triangle, or even try to make you envious. It's an attempt to feel something, anything, inside of you. Because the only feelings they can comprehend and thrive on are negative ones, such as envy, wrath, and guilt. It's not that they can't feel happiness or joy. But they don't last long, so they don't get the full benefit of them. Naturally, they fall back on the only emotions they know how to process, which are negative ones. In truth, it's a perplexing mystery. The narcissist will do anything to get your attention, but when they get what they want, all they can feel is resentment. If you're still being pursued, keep in mind that the word no is the ultimate form of empowerment. By cutting off their supply of positive feelings, you can undermine their authority and recover power. Narcissists find it easy to make you feel bad about yourself. It's something they can relate to and enjoy. Since it makes them feel good, they figure it must be true. You are being punished in a perverse way. They want you to go through the same pain they did. They feel threatened when they realize they aren't the driving force behind your success or happiness. This will, of course, set off some kind of twisted rivalry in their minds, even if you didn't ask to be a part of it. And if they lag behind, or believe they are, they will punish you even more severely. They keep you under their control by playing on your vulnerabilities and forcing you into an internal power struggle. Why? Naturally, so that you can win. They care most about feeling superior once their wants have been addressed. They didn't have it when they were kids, but as adults, it's something they desperately want. When you're in their sights, they have all the cards and can predict your fate with absolute certainty. They will manipulate you into believing their twisted story at every turn to get their aim. However, it has a terrible effect on them when contact is severed and they are deprived of their emotional fuel. They don't know how you're feeling, what you're thinking, or what you plan to do next. What they do to you is a reflection of how you treat them. Do you see how clever and wicked it is to manipulate someone's emotions or actions for your own benefit? They are fundamentally flawed due to this dysfunctional conduct, and no amount of effort on your part will ever be enough to rectify that. Narcissists are hungry people who need constant affirmation. They'd starve without it. The truth is, narcissists aren't just looking for some temporary happiness to get them through the day. Not at all. That's not how it operates. They react quickly, aren't able to calm down on their own, and are easily irritated. Here's where your soothing abilities of affirmation and assurance come in handy. All the attention in the world wouldn't be enough to satisfy their craving for it. Instead, they expect you to serve as their emotional slave, meeting all of their requirements and giving them the attention they crave. But serving at their whim and fancy can't go on forever. You will reach your limit and be unable to satisfy their emotional needs. However, as they have been constantly fed, their demands will continue to increase. That's where we get into trouble. They won't alter their behavior so long as they have access to their emotional reserves. After all, why should they worry about whether or not they make you happy? When you leave a narcissistic partner, you are changed forever. Despite appearances, the after effects of a failed relationship tend to linger for quite some time. You've been conditioned to put other people's needs before your own, and now you're completely exhausted and a shell of your former self. It's a lonely place to be when you don't recognize yourself anymore. Going no contact is your only option for escaping the madness and saving your sanity. It's extremely difficult, but it's also extremely meaningful. You need to keep yourself safe, and cutting off all communication does just that. However, for some of you, this may be difficult to achieve because of child custody, business ownership, or joint ownership of assets. You can still control how much of your emotions you show. You'll treat them like any other business associate, sharing only what's absolutely necessary. Don't let them see that their actions have had any lasting impact on you. You shouldn't expose yourself in such a vulnerable way. They'll use it as a stepping stone to gain what they want from you. Narcissists have long since severed any emotional attachment to their outer appearance. They wouldn't want to appear emotionally vulnerable since they believe it reflects poorly on them. It's all about seeming in charge and asserting one's authority over others. Despite their best efforts, they really don't want to work on anything with you. You're just someone they can use for whatever they need help with, whether that's money, time, or approval. The narcissist has no interest in you beyond his or her own needs. You're just a thing for them to use and then throw away when they're done. They are completely transactional. If you can't give them what they need, they will find someone else who can. Keep in mind that you are not alone if you are experiencing this. Please think about getting in touch with me for free courses or one-on-one sessions. See the detailed explanation down below. Keep in mind that you can get help if you need it. So, let the healing continue till we meet again.
So the conclusion in this video, the idea of using silence as a powerful tool against narcissists, the concept of no contact, is explained as a way to cut off the narcissist's supply of ego sustenance, causing them to experience escorting urges. Narcissists are always looking for approval from others, and by ignoring them and cutting off communication, you take away their power and control. The video explains that narcissists will try to regain control by calling, texting, or even sending people your way to get in touch with you. They might bring in more people, try to create a triangle, or even try to make you envious. It's an attempt to feel something inside of you, as they only understand and thrive on negative emotion such as envy, worry, and guilt. Narcissists find it easy to make you feel bad about yourself, as it's something they can relate to and enjoy. They will manipulate you into believing their twist story at every turn to get their aim. However, when contact is served and they are deprived of their emotional fuel, it has a terrible effect on them. They don't know how you're feeling, what you are thinking, or what you plan to do next. By cutting off their supply of positive feelings, you can undermine their authority and recover power. Remember that the word no is the ultimate form of empowerment. You deserve better than to be controlled and manipulated by a narcissist. By using silence and no contact, you can reclaim your life and rediscover happiness. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.